At the coming-of-age ceremony when I turned 18, my girlfriend awakened an S-Rank War Volf talent. But the first thing she did after stepping down from the awakening platform was point at me and say I wasn't worthy of her, while everyone thought I would desperately cling to her. I just walked up to the awakening platform with a cold expression. But the moment my fingertip touched the awakening crystal, a mysterious purple aura filled the air, swiftly converging from all directions. In an instant, a golden five-clawed dragon was twisting through the purple mist. A war god white tiger leapt amid the purple aura. A divine vermilion bird soared through the air. A kumpang descended from the sky, as if about to devour the entire city in an instant. And I was about to awaken the greatest pre-order system ever, the legendary Beastmaster system. Because in this world, when women turn 18, they all awaken into powerful mythical beasts. Some little girls awaken as shadow spirit cats, while tomboy types awaken as thunder white tigers. Even some female CEOs awaken as blazing dragons. They become the primary force in fighting magical beasts. Meanwhile, men awaken as beastmasters, acting as support for the women, who are the main combat force. At the center of the plaza at the 3rd Academy of South Star Dragon Country, 10 classes gathered, with hundreds of students led by teachers towards the awakening platform. On the awakening platform was a girl with a round little face and strikingly beautiful features. After she awakened, a 5-meter-tall phantom image of a Volf King appeared in the sky. Its body was strong and powerful, and its cold, piercing gaze inspired fear. SSS-Rank Volf King template, right in the center of the plaza. The massive awakening platform emitted a cold, mechanical voice. A dazzling white light flashed by, and a giant shadow of the Volf King appeared behind the girl. Her ears transformed into Volf ears, and a long black Volf tail grew from her back. She actually awakened S-Rank. Looks like she's definitely the strongest in this entire year. As expected from someone with the S-Rank Beast Girl transformation. Truly a case of turning from a sparrow into a phoenix. I'm so envious. I heard she already has a handsome boyfriend. Imagine having a companion who can transform between human and beast girl forms. That's just so enviable. The orderly lines of students instantly broke out in excitement, and everyone started talking at once. I stood there listening to the crowd praise her awakening, and couldn't help but turn my gaze to the awakening platform as well. The round-faced girl, Liu Ryan, was my girlfriend. At this moment, classmates around me ran up excitedly to surround me. A girlfriend with an S-Rank template. After the contract, you'll be able to turn into Volf Kings and fly together. Meanwhile, I've lived in this monster-infested world for 18 years. Maybe because of a mysterious prenatal circumstance, I only regained the memories of my previous life on Earth last week. At the same time, I activated a system called Legendary Beastmaster. Currently, it has 3 functions. It can detect beast templates, a quest system that activates after I awaken my beast, and a summon form upgrade system, which starts after contracting a beast girl. I looked towards the school beauty, a bit of a devil, my best bro and desk mate Chun Banksy. Immediately, a blue panel appeared before my eyes. SS-Rank 9-tailed celestial fox template, ready to awaken. Right then, the students surrounding me opened up a path. The petite Liu Ryan walked over, chin raised arrogantly. She tilted her chin up and said contemptuously, "Zhao the, let's break up. We're from 2 different worlds now. You need at least some self-awareness. You aren't worthy of me anymore." S-Rank Beast template is the highest level template ever awakened at this school, based on my previous performance. If I could just awaken a B-rank talent, I'd already be blessed by Lady Luck. At that moment, I clenched my fists and stared straight at the petite Liu Ryan. "If you want to break up, then fine. I just hope you won't regret it." Liu Ryan scoffed at that. Me, regret? Before she finished her sentence, the school beauty Chun Banksy stepped forward, did a backflip, and stood protectively in front of me. "Zhao the, would you be my boyfriend?" My fist slowly relaxed, and a radiant smile appeared on my face. Of course I would. Awesome! Chun Banksy jumped up in excitement. Chun Banksy and I had been classmates for 3 years, and our friendship ran deep. Clearly, she was stepping in to help out her bro and rescue me from the situation. But Liu Ryan nearly doubled over laughing when she heard that. An ugly freak. Really thinks she's the school queen now. That's just hilarious. Chun Bingxi was beautiful to begin with. But she had a fierce scar across her face. One that would shock anyone at first glance. Every student who looked at Chun Bingxi immediately looked away as if on cue, if not for being scarred in a magical beast attack, and left with a permanent wound. She really would be the undisputed school queen. But ever since that beast attack in freshman year, the nickname Devil School Queen belonged to Chun Bingxi. Since then, except for me, her deskmate, everyone else distanced themselves from her. Chun Bingxi didn't care about how others looked at her. She defiantly glanced around and shot them a fierce glare. Just then, the instructor at the awakening platform happened to call her name. Chun Bingxi prepared to awaken. As soon as her name was called, the sneer on Liu Ryan's face only grew broader. But the moment Chun Bingxi awakened, the sunlight suddenly dimmed, as a mysterious and noble aura burst from her into the sky, enveloping 10 kilometers all around. Celestial music seemed to echo in the air, and ethereal flowers blossomed everywhere. Then, a 100-meter-tall projection of a 9-tailed fox burst forth from Chun Bingxi. The blossoming celestial flowers seemed to freeze in place at that instant. Chun Bingxi SSS-Rank. 9-tailed celestial fox template. A frigid mechanical voice sounded from the awakening platform. SS-Rank. At that moment, the smile on Liu Ryan's round face froze instantly, her body stiffening where she stood. Her furry Volf ears drooped limp. She really did awaken the SSS-Rank 9-tailed celestial fox template. The system didn't lie to me. Xiaoli, make a contract with me. Transformed into beast girl form, Chun Bingxi rushed over to me from the awakening platform, carrying a faint fragrance and an aura of dignity and purity. With 2 fluffy fox ears on her head, her flawless white tail swayed with excitement. Wait, you're here for me? Honestly, I froze in disbelief. I thought my bro just jumped in to cover for me. How did we end up talking about making a contract? SS-Rank 9-tailed celestial fox template is incredibly rare in all of Dragon Country. Xiaoli's just a little taller than I am, a little whiter and a little more handsome. So how did he win the hearts of the 2 school queens? At this moment, the nearby students were utterly astonished, all shouting in amazement. Of course I'm serious. Or do you look down on me, Xiaoli? When Chun Bingxi heard what I said, her beautiful eyes filled with a hint of grievance, her gorgeous face a little indignant as she spoke. How could I? We've always been best bros, right? But once we form a contract, you'll become my partner. I scratched my head. I always thought of you as my bro. But you want to be my partner? In this beast girl era, the traditional view is each person can only form a contract with one girl. Making a contract is like getting a marriage license. It's not a joke. And if you want to form a partnership with another person of the opposite sex, you must dissolve your current contract first. But breaking a contract comes with a huge price. Regular people would never do that. Chun Bingxi saw me hesitating. She quickly stepped forward, tightly wrapping her arm around mine. At the same time, she secretly pinched the soft flesh at my waist. Did a 360 spin. With a fierce and adorably assertive tone, she said, "Buddy, do you really believe men and women can just be friends?" That was just my stall tactic. Will you agree to the contract or not? If not, I'll make you die here. I gasped in pain, quickly responded, Okay, I agree. Only then did Chun Bingxi let go. A blush appeared on her flawless face. At least you know what's good for you. Hurry up and go awaken your Beastmaster abilities. Once that's done, we can officially form the contract. Chun Bingxi doesn't care what level my Beastmaster talent will awaken to. All she knows is that in the past 3 years of high school, the only one who never distanced themselves from her was me, her only good friend, her best buddy. At this moment, the principal arrived. The stubborn old headmaster came as well. Chun Bingxi, snap out of it. As someone who holds an SS-level template, you bear the future of the nation. You must form a contract with a Beastmaster of SS level or above. The headmaster immediately gave Chun Bingxi a stern lecture. And you, Xiaoli, as a man, you should be more sensible. If you want a contract with Chen Bingxi, your Beastmaster talent needs to be at least SSS level. While the stubborn old headmaster was rattling on, the principal cut him off. With a kindly face, he said to me and Chen Bingxi, "Forming a contract is a serious matter. Both sets of parents must be informed. I suggest you wait a couple days before deciding." Chen Bingxi's fox ears immediately drooped. A pained expression appeared in her beautiful eyes. She didn't want to disappoint the principal, nor did she want to give up on Zhao Li. I quickly interjected, saying I grew up in an orphanage, so my own consent is enough. The director grandpa at the orphanage will respect my decision. I stood my ground. As long as Chen Bingxin is willing to contract with me, no one can stop it. The headmaster looked stern. He was about to start cursing. How could Zhao Li, the top student in academics, have picked up bad habits and dared to defy the principal? Agree right now. Upon hearing this, Chen Bingxin instantly got mad. Hey, stubborn old man, this is Zhao Yi's own choice. You have no right to interfere. The headmaster was stunned. It was the first time someone had openly cursed him out, and especially Chen Bingxi. What did you just call me? Chen Bingxi gently stroked her fox ears. Stubborn old man. Sorry, the words just slipped out. The headmaster snorted coldly. In any case, you absolutely cannot form a contract so hastily. With your template level, you have to consider the nation. The principal came close to me at this point and whispered, gripping my shoulder, "Zhao De, don't be impulsive. It's not too late to wait for Chen Bingxi's parents to agree first. I will make sure they say yes next time." Zhao De prepared for awakening. The mentor beside the awakening platform called out. And when Liu Ryan saw the principal stop us from contracting, she secretly felt relieved. Does Zhao De really think someone will take him in? Doesn't he realize he's not worthy? Trash should stay in the trash pile. From the other students' perspective, they also thought there was no hope for me to contract with Chen Bingxi. Just now everyone was envious, but now they were full of mockery. How could the campus goddess possibly go for Zhao Li? She belongs to everyone. I have a hunch. Zhao De will only awaken a level Beastmaster talent at best, so he might do well at the base. But contracting with Chen Bingxi? Sorry, not worthy. Looking at that handsome figure below the awakening platform, beast-eared Chen Bingxi clenched her fist tightly. Worry filled her gaze. Even her fox tail stiffened. When I began the awakening process, the system panel lit up. Miraculous Beastmaster. At the moment of awakening, the sky over Mangyuan Base City suddenly darkened, and a mysterious purple mist floated in from the east, covering thousands of miles. A 5-clawed golden dragon danced within the purple mist. A war god white tiger leaped within the purple air. A divine vermilion bird soared through the purple haze. A giant Taming descended from the sky, as if it would swallow the entire city whole. 9-tailed celestial fox, divine beast Taudi and divine tortoise, Shan Wu, lucky Kilin, divine bird phoenix, and many others, all appeared as reflections. Right above my head, immortal melodies echoed. Countless mystical flowers bloomed simultaneously. This spectacle was more than 10 times grander than Chen Bingxi's. From the direction of the purple mist, countless legendary beasts from different worlds appeared. The giant awakening stage resounded with Zhao Yi's name. The SS-level Beastmaster phenomenon and the awakening report shocked the whole venue. Neither the principal nor the headmaster, nor the students, could contain their astonishment. The worry in Chen Bingxi's eyes vanished, and she became giddy with excitement. The stubborn old headmaster, do you finally agree that I can contract with Zhao De now? The headmaster listened in complete shock. The awakening report actually shows an SS-level Beastmaster talent. No wonder he is my student after all. The principal grinned and came over. Who says it's not possible? Who dares to stop it? I'll break their legs myself. Hearing this, the surrounding students all looked down on the headmaster. Sensing their disdain, the headmaster's gaze faltered. Students, do you think Zhao De can contract with Chen Bingxi or not? The students immediately blurted out, of course. SS level matches SS level. A perfect pair. Their attitudes were totally different from before. One after another, they acted like it was only natural. Only Liu Ryan was left frozen in place. She stared at me as I stepped off the awakening platform. Her eyes narrowed to a tiny point. And she kept muttering under her breath, SS level Beastmaster talent. Impossible. That's the trash Liu Ryan, personally threw away. Liu Ryan couldn't accept reality. She had given up a boyfriend with SS level talent. From now on, in their circle, everyone would think she had no judgment. No. 3 years of being together. As long as I apologize, Zhao will definitely forgive me and form a contract with me. As soon as I walked into the awakening zone, I saw Liu Ryan with her round little face rushing toward me. She grabbed my arm and called out, Zhao. I was just joking before. Let's go shopping after school. I pulled my arm away and took a step back. Now you're regretting it? But it's too late. Liu Ryan trembled all over and refused to believe I would actually say that. You must be joking. Right, Li Ruyan? Please let go of Shao Li. A slim Erniang jumped over lightly. She easily pushed Liu Ruyan aside. As if declaring her ownership, she snuggled next to me. Zhao Li is my boyfriend, Chan Bingxi. He is my contract partner. Liu Ruyan looked at Chan Bingxi's long legs and thin ears, then glanced at her own slightly chubby short legs. She couldn't believe she actually felt inferior. No more chances. It's irretrievable now. She herself pushed me toward Chan Bingxi. This perfect, long-legged girl. Regret overwhelmed her. She grabbed her hair, nearly losing her mind. It was like missing a winning lottery ticket worth $1 million. Right after, Chan Bingxi and I formed our contract on the spot. I became the summoner of the nine-tailed heavenly fox. A sense of unity was born between us. After the awakening platform restarted, and the remaining 9 classes finished awakening, 2 hours had already passed. At this point, Chan Bingxi passively exited her beast ear girl form. She returned to her original human form. The principal gathered those with the highest talent, the 8 or 9 who had established their contracts, and called them to his villa office. In the office hall on the first floor of the villa, the young men and women sat together. Chan Bingxi and I were among them. There were 9 people in total. Chan Bingxi and I were both SS level. Liu Ruyan was level. The remaining 6 were all level beast masters, and girls who awakened a level ferocious beast templates. I awakened with the A-level magic sound template, and contracted with Zhangzia Yang. What about you guys? A level flame python template. A level dream butterfly template. No clue why the principal called us here. The 3 pairs of A-level students introduced themselves to each other. Liu Ruyan snorted coldly. He was the only one called by the principal alone. Hearing the snort, the 3 pairs of young people turned their eyes toward Liu Ruyan, then shifted their gaze to me. They spoke with admiration and curiosity. Purple aura stretches tens of thousands of miles, illuminating countless divine beasts. SS level Beastmaster. Zhao, you're my god. And Chan Bingxi, you're incredible too. They looked at Chan Bingxi. Suddenly, as if they saw something terrifying, their pupils contracted sharply. An unusual look appeared on their faces. The reverence in their eyes disappeared. Only surprise and a hint of contempt remained. Chan Bingxi in her human form, her right cheek still as before, bearing a ferocious, terrifying, huge scar. Chan Bingxi glared at them with her beautiful eyes. Unconsciously, they lowered their heads. Yet their slightly excited expressions seemed to find a sense of superiority from Chan Bingxi. So what if you're an SSS template? For your whole life, you'll always show people that terrifying scar. Chan Bingxi, your scar can definitely be fixed, I said warmly with a smile. Chan Bingxi's mood picked up, feeling a bit better. But as soon as she looked up, she saw me, staring fixedly at her right face. She instinctively turned her head away to keep me from looking. Her eyes dodged. She spoke softly and lacking confidence. It will. Li Ruyan couldn't help but laugh. Her face was full of undisguised pride and excitement. Trash is just trash. She exited her beast ear girl form and became nothing. She was thrilled inside. Everyone's here, right? Let me introduce to you all. This is a sophomore who dropped out of Mengyuan Academy. He surprisingly has a level beast master talent. Now he's reached the 2nd-tier realm. But his contract partner was lost in an accident. Now he wants to retake the college entrance exam. Let's welcome him with applause. The principal brought in a suitcase and introduced a bald young man. He entered energetically and started introducing himself. Everyone applauded enthusiastically. His level second-tier contract partner was sacrificed. And he wants to retake the college entrance exam. Even I was a bit surprised. He's already a sophomore at the academy, yet can retake the college entrance exam. This is not Earth. It's late-stage Blue Star, overrun by monsters. The principal turned his gaze to Liu Ruyan and said, Liu Ruyan, you two can get acquainted. If you feel suitable, you can form a contract. The bald youth suddenly asked with curiosity. Principal, I heard, Sangao has a girl who awakened an SS level template today. Who is she? The principal pointed at Chun Bingxi. Chun Bingxi awakened the SS level template, but she's already contracted with Zhao Di. The bald youth looked over with curiosity, but he suddenly saw Chun Bingxi's right face, which was shocking to look at. His smile immediately froze.
His lips twitched. This student is
quite unique. The bald youth then walked over to Liu Ruyan's seat, sat down and started chatting quietly with Liu Ruyan. The principal glanced around the office hall, nodded in satisfaction. He spoke seriously. Our Mangyuan-based city, among all base cities over the years, has ranked last for 10 consecutive college entrance exams. This year, to prepare for the exam, Wangyuan-based city decided to start a special training camp. They increased support to train the best students in all awakened high school classes from Wangyuan-based city, focusing on only a few top talents. The principal paused, then spoke passionately, in a very inspiring tone. The goal is to shed the last place title and try our best to reach second to last. Everyone present was stunned. Since even getting to second to last requires our best effort, it's simply impossible to understand. So, the students all shot questioning looks at the principal, thinking in their hearts, are you messing with us? Seriously, are you for real? Could this all be a joke? But just then, a smile suddenly appeared on the principal's face. He immediately said, everyone, don't worry. Even though both know 1 and know 3 high school, also awaken S-level templates today. The results we've achieved after starting the youth training camp this year are among all the base cities. I'm sure we can get second to last place. Maybe even third to last is possible. The more the principal spoke, the happier he seemed. Because deep down he knew, third to last, compared to second to last, gets much more resource allocation, by a long shot. Seeing this, I quickly chimed in, Principal, be more confident. Bring home first place. The principal shot me a speechless glare. Zhao Di, stop interrupting. Third to last is just a possibility. Odds are less than 50%. As for first place, that's the super base where geniuses gather. Imperial capital base, magic capital base, where talent really burns fat. You are all know 3 high school students. In the college entrance youth training camp, you must unite and help each other. As your principal, I appoint Zhao Di and Chun Bingxi as captain and vice captain. Any objections? None, I agree. That's how it should be. 3 teams of A-level contract holders raised their hands in agreement. But just at that moment, an annoying voice came from the back row. It was that bald young man. Wait, I object. The bald youth spoke up. Liu Ryan has already agreed to form a contract with me. While my level is the strongest among all Phase 2 teams, inevitably me and Ryan. The captain should be us. As soon as he said this, the principal was abruptly silenced. The bald youth seized the moment and continued, from what I know, tomorrow is the actual day we enter the youth training camp. So I suggest after we all gather tomorrow, let's have our summoned beasts compete with Zhao Yi's team. Whoever wins becomes captain. What do you think? Right then,
a ding sound rang out.
A system voice echoed in my mind. Mission begin. Defeat the Phase 2 Jingren Wolf King and take command of the No. 3 high school team. Captain reward, rare pill beauty pill and 100 evolution points. Do you want to claim the beauty pill? I was pleasantly surprised. At this stage I really need this, so I accepted the mission right away.
Plus
100 evolution points are enough to advance my summoned beast's form by 1 tier. The benefits from that are amazing. Principal, I agree with his proposal, I said, standing up and staring straight at the bald youth. The principal nodded, agreeing. Let's do it this way. Xiaode, you're still not at this phase. Just do your best. The bald youth slowly applauded, saying with interest, You know it's a trap. And you're jumping right in. I wonder if you're blindly confident. Or just stupid. I kind of respect your courage. But I hope you don't lose too badly tomorrow. The bald youth was extremely confident. He's already phase 12 now. Even if Xiaodi and Chun Bingxi summon SS-level beasts, the difference in levels can't be made up. At that time, Liu Ryan looked proud again. Because the bald youth gave her confidence. That's also why she agreed to form a contract with him. Next, the principal opened the suitcase and awarded everyone for outstanding awakenings. A level reward, 1 phase 1 monster core. S level reward, 3 phase 1 monster cores. SS level reward, 9 phase 1 monster cores. Before everyone left, the principal also told us, there are many resources in the youth training camp. Those who perform well can take them home. Walking down the street, Chun Bingxi put on a half-face fox mask, looked at me and asked, Xiaodi, where do you want to go tonight? I replied, back to the orphanage. No, you don't want to. Chun Bingxi immediately said, Right, I don't want to go back. So where do I want to go? I wondered aloud. I tried again. The little grove? Chun Bingxi shook her head. Summon beast in? Chun Bingxi shook her head again. I sighed, so where do I actually want to go? How about you pick a place? Let's see if we both want to go to the same spot. Chun Bingxi smiled playfully. Let's go to my house. Zhao Di subconsciously clapped and said, What a coincidence. I want to go too. But the next second I was stunned. Wait, did you say you want me to spend the night at your place? Chun Bingxi grabbed my hand and ran to her home. While running, she said, Yeah, we've already formed a contract. Why bother living apart? We still need to absorb energy and train. Time to take you to meet my parents. Let me tell you, my dad's a bit, well, but he'll definitely accept you. I felt nervous inside. I really didn't know what to say. Chun Bingxin's eyes flashed with a strange look. Very old-fashioned. It made me even more uneasy. I carried the 129 yuan and 5 mao a classmate gave me back this afternoon. Bought a bottle of 99 yuan liquor. And just entered Chun Bingxi's house like that. But when I saw Chun Bingxi's dad, as he came into view, my eyes widened. I exclaimed, Director, why is it you? Zhao Li, are you surprised? The great director's name is Zhan Kik, and he's exactly Chun Bingxi's father. No wonder. This afternoon, the great director used the country's duty to pressure Chun Bingxi. Turns out they're family all along. I understood instantly, and quickly said, Director, I've already formed a contract with Bingxi. I looked eagerly at Director Chun Kik. Chun Kik laughed loudly. At home, he didn't seem so stubborn, and said directly, I approve. An SS-level Beastmaster talent is worthy of my daughter. You were born in the orphanage. I raised you to be top of the grade. 3 years I've watched your relationship with Bingxi. From now on, call me father-in-law. Father-in-law, here's some liquor I brought for you. I became calm instantly. I figured, for the past 2 years, the grade director's hell-level training for the awakening class all started from Chun Bingxin's facial injury back then. Only by teaching students how to face monsters, how to fight, how to escape, how to adapt on the fly, will they avoid unnecessary harm. At that moment, I suddenly felt the grade director was great and looked at him with more respect. Chun Kik nudged my hand. Why bring gifts? Students hardly have any money. No need to say anything. He signaled me with his eyes to put it in the liquor cabinet. I put the liquor over there. Chun Kik was even more pleased. While talking, he locked the cabinet with 3 locks. Really, you don't need to. That bottle must be over 100 yuan. Take it back when you leave tomorrow. I was speechless inside. He locked it with 3 locks, but still told me to take it back. Is he kidding? Half an hour later, the 4 of them finished their meal, except for the room of Chun Kik and her husband. All the other rooms, surprisingly, had festive red mood lighting turned on. Late night snack. Chun Kik pushed Zhao the right into Chun Bingxi's room, while Chun Bingxi was pushed into the bathroom by her mother. and her mother tossed her a simple red outfit. Chun Binxie opened it to take a look. She was completely stunned. It turned out to be a red wedding dress, and inside was a red bridal veil. What are they planning to do? Half an hour later, Chun Binxie walked out in the wedding dress, looking confused. Then her parents directly pulled her into the living room. What do you want to do tonight? Yan Qingqing, Chun Binxie's mother, asked. Sleep. Isn't that what I do? If not that, then what do you want to do? Cultivate and level up. Chun Binxie looked bewildered. No, you don't want that. Think carefully again. What do you want to do? Yan Qingqing said. Summon the nine-tailed heavenly fox with Zhao Di. Chun Binxie's eyes lit up. That's pretty close. Think again. What do you want to do? Chun Binxie looked down at her red wedding dress. Her pretty face suddenly flushed. She suddenly realized, oh, I want to consummate the marriage. Exactly. That's the requirement. You think the same as I do. Yan Qingqing laughed. She pushed Chun Binxie right into her bedroom. As she walked, she said in the era of the show mother, making a contract is like getting a marriage certificate. No complicated rituals or traditions. Today is your wedding day. Enjoy this moment while you still can. After the college entrance exam, it won't be so relaxing anymore. Back then, your dad and I pushed Chun Binxie inside. Yan Qingqing locked the door from outside and threw the key into the toilet and flushed it away. Isn't it a bit too fast? Grade director Chun Kik is watching from the side. She frowned and said, so young. Her gaze sharpened. It's just a matter of time. What, do you want to break them up? Never happened. Hey, let me tell you, when Zhao Di awakened his Beastmaster talent, the phenomenon was absolutely incredible. Purple energy blanketed all of Sangao. It illuminated countless divine beasts. I saw it myself. At that time, I was on duty. The library suddenly went dark. I went out to look. It was shocking. Inside the festively decorated bridal room, Chun Binxie wore a red veil. She sat gracefully at the table on a chair. She didn't move. Zhao Di walked over, just about to lift the veil, but Chun Binxie stopped him. Wait, I don't want to face you with this appearance. As soon as she finished speaking, Chun Binxie switched to her beastier girl form. Her aura instantly became holy and noble. A fluffy foxtail extended from behind the stool. It shyly swayed. Only then did Zhao Di lift the veil. That scar almost became a psychological barrier for Chun Binxian, a hurdle she struggled to overcome. Especially after forming a contract with Zhao Di, she became even more self-conscious about it. Zhao Di noticed it and kept it in his heart. After tossing and turning all night, at 6 a.m. the next morning, Zhao Di was woken up by Chun Binxie. At this moment, he had reverted to his human form. Zhao Di, wake up. We need to train. Don't forget we have a match with Ball Guy today. Zhao Di was shaken awake by this special wake-up service. Then both of them took out the principal's reward of 10 Tier 1 Beast Crystal Cores. They exchanged a glance, immediately activating their contract power, summoning the nine-tailed celestial fox. In the small bridal room, a supreme aura began to surge. Crystal and dreamlike colors appeared. A holy, noble, and mysterious white fox shadow seemed to pull from 2D into reality. It stood alive on the floor. Zhao Di and Chun Binxie's bodies disappeared. Their consciousnesses coexisted within the nine-tailed celestial fox. A holy white fox in one-tail form, reflected from the mirror. The white fox's eyes, like deep starry skies, looked wise and beautiful. Two little blood-sucking mosquitoes saw this and immediately tried to excitedly come over and drink blood. Divine defection. Forcefully implant thoughts, making the enemy change their target. Just when the one-tailed white fox's eyes flickered mysteriously, one of the mosquitoes suddenly froze. It raised its sharp mouth and stabbed at the other mosquito. The other mosquito, caught off guard, got stabbed. The blood-sucking mosquito seemed like it got steroids. Its attack speed increased tenfold. It drained the other mosquito dry. Then, with a pop, its belly burst. Both died. I wanted to deal with those two mosquitoes for a while. But yesterday I had important business and couldn't spare the time. Finally got rid of them today. Inside the one-tailed white fox's consciousness, Zhao Di laughed out loud. Chun Binxie's face turned red. She urged, stop playing. Hurry up and absorb the crystals to train. Next, the holy white fox under Zhao Yi's control, directly tossed a crystal core into its mouth, bit down a few times and swallowed it. Both had studied at school the improved beast cultivation method. But before they even started using the method, they felt a surge of pure energy enter their stomachs. Their bodies instantly felt stronger. Nine-tailed celestial fox in one-tail white fox form. Tier 1 SSS template. Terrifying beyond belief. Looking at the system panel only he could see. Zhao Li honestly thought to himself, the remaining 9 Tier 1 beast crystal cores were crushed and swallowed one by one. They were as crisp as potato chips when bitten. Chun Binxi really liked that texture.
Now,
Both used the abundant energy to operate the cultivation method. Stopped after a few minutes of training. Exited the summoned beast form. Nine-tailed celestial fox in unique tail white fox form. Tier 1 mid-stage afternoon. Backyard of 3 High Principal's Villa office. Yesterday's 10 Awakening class. All students arrived, including Zhao Li and Chun Binqian. The principal led 5 teams of contract holders, proudly showing off the backyard decor. On the hundreds of square meter backyard walls, exotic and magnificent flowers grew everywhere. On the main plant's vein were clusters of crystalline fruit, the courtyard filled with bursts of fragrance. Students felt refreshed after just one inhale. Those fruits almost seemed to have magical allure, making people want to get closer. The principal's eyes were full of affection. He carefully tended the leaves on the main branch, so the fruit could fully absorb sunlight. Rare Lingimo Luo fruit. A beautiful yet dangerous, exotic special magic pool. Bald youth couldn't help but marvel. This thing needs the heart blood of a master-level beast to nurture, for it to take root and sprout, and break ground to grow. That's right. The principal was very satisfied seeing the grown Mo Luo fruit.
he explained that 2 years ago when beasts attacked Third High,
He put in tremendous effort to slay a master-class beast. Since then, his foundation was damaged. His level regressed. This Mo Luo fruit was nurtured with the heart blood of that master beast. Grew until today, blossoming and bearing fruit. It means a lot to me. As each pair of contract holders lingered in the fragrant courtyard, they were moved by the scenery. Each couple hugged each other. Zhao, the hugged Chun Binxi, who wore a half-fox mask, and said, "Let's plant one when we can. Let's nurture it together." Chun Binxi looked hopeful, nodding repeatedly. All right, the principal was very satisfied seeing all this, thinking these contract holders all got along well. But when he saw the bald youth, he couldn't help but frown. The bald youth tried to hold Liu Ryan's hand, but Liu Ryan dodged away. They kept their distance, at least a meter apart. The bald youth gave an awkward smile. His face looked bitter. For the first time, he doubted his own looks. Is his shiny head not attractive? He's a trendsetter. Shouldn't that make him super cool? At the Advanced Academy, every day he walked around campus. He got 100% double takes. All the campus goddesses said his hairstyle was stylish and very unique. Unable to figure it out, he shifted his focus. To Zhao Li, said arrogantly, "Zhao Li, according to the agreement, we're supposed to have a match today. A real man knows when to yield. If you surrender, I'll consider you a man. Don't lose too badly and be unable to recover. If you want to compete, let's do it crooked." What's crooked? Think that makes you tough. Zhao Li looked full of disdain. Principal, you be the referee. Let's do the match now. Liu Ryan sneered coldly. Truly doesn't know how to appreciate kindness. The principal nodded. Sure. This courtyard's hundreds of square meters are enough for you two to fight. Just duel here. Apparently you've already crossed into Tier 2, Zhao Li. Now you probably just reached Tier 1 threshold. Keep it friendly. Don't injure each other. Bald Youth Jingren and Liu Ryan immediately activated their contract power. Summoned the S-template Wolf King together. As a chilling sound echoed, a surge of violent energy appeared. Both vanished. A black-furred Wolf King, gleaming with cold light, appeared on the ground. A 2-meter-tall Wolf King symbolizing hunting and power, stood with all 4 limbs on the ground, radiating a ferocious aura. The air around surged. Zhao Li and Chun Binxi also activated their contract power. Summoned the SSS template 9-tailed celestial fox. As the dazzling phenomenon descended, a holy one-tailed white fox, appeared opposite the black Wolf. The 2-meter-tall Wolf King looked down on the half-meter-tall white fox with a gaze full of disdain, immediately launched its attack, darted toward the white fox with lightning speed. Tier 1 Peak Wolf King facing off against Tier 1 Mid-Stage White Fox. Talent skill, Night Fleetfoot, more than 4 times speed increase. The black Wolf instantly blurred with phantom images. Speed reached the max. Everyone thought the outcome was decided. Too slow, way too slow. From the one-tail white fox's perspective, it was like opening dynamic vision. The black Wolf charging was clearly visible. Every step it took could be seen in detail. Divine Charm causes the enemy's mind to fall into a confused state for a certain period. A mysterious light flashed in the white fox's deep, starry eyes. The black Wolf was instantly caught off guard. His eyes lost focus. His expression turned dazed. He walked right past the white fox. Due to his own high-speed momentum, he crashed toward the wall dozens of meters away. The Iran contractors were shocked. Is the Wolf King farsighted now? The white fox just stands there and doesn't even attack. Is this some new kind of move? The principal knew a bit about it, he said in surprise. The black Wolf got hit by a skill. The battle's still going. Divine defection, forceful brainwashing, force the enemy to change attack targets. Under Zhao Yi's control. A mysterious light flashed in the white tiger's eyes again. A mystical ray struck the black Wolf. The black Wolf's mind suddenly cleared up. In an instant, he ran to the edge of the wall. He started biting and slashing at Morocco flowers non-stop. Without a sound, they completely mistook Morocco for the white fox. Watching the white fox, who couldn't even fight back, Jingren and Liu Ryan felt extremely proud. But that's not enough. Midnight Shadow Step's max speed increased 6-fold. The black Wolf bit and hacked even more fiercely at Morocco. Seeing his beloved Lingi getting destroyed, the principal's gaze sharpened. His expression suddenly changed. He shouted angrily, "Are you out of your mind? Are you looking to die?" Then he was so angry he began to laugh. This guy is only getting crazier. Morocco isn't just for show, it's precious Lingi. The black Wolf is going to suffer. The contractors were stunned by the black Wolf's behavior. Does he have trouble thinking? At this moment, Morocco flowers changed color. They turned pitch black and released some sort of toxin. Vines started to writhe around, wrapping the black Wolf tightly, sealing him tightly. Spiky thorns grew out one by one and squeezed down hard. The black Wolf let out a horrific, blood-curdling scream. Just hearing it made everyone's hair stand on end. The black Wolf screamed for a full 2 minutes. Only then did the principal drag him out. A minute later, Jingren and Liu Ryan were both limp on the ground, pale-faced and gasping for breath. "We surrender, Zhao. I'm not as good as you," he admitted weakly. Liu Ryan's eyes were full of defeat.
He actually lost to a Tier 2 Jingren.
Plus, the newly advanced Wolf King he'd summoned was only peak Tier 1 at best. Liu Ryan pointed at Zhao Li in shock and said, "You guys have already reached peak Tier 1? It's only been a short while. Damn, you broke through to peak Tier 1 in just a day. That's insane. We're not even in Tier 1 yet. I figure it'll take me a week just to advance." Zhao, they only needed a day to reach Tier 1. Impressive. The other 3 pairs of contractors were absolutely shocked. They widened their eyes and questioned. No way, even an SS rank couldn't do that in one day. It's impossible to reach peak Tier 1 in a day. Even as an S rank, it took me 6 months to hit peak Tier 1. The principal speculated Zhao Li and Chen Bingxi's realm at this moment should be around mid-Tier 1. That's how the SS-Rank White Fox can crush peak Tier 1. The Wolf King even spat out blood when he heard that. Mid-Tier 1. Even for him, it took 1 or 2 months. After an hour's rest, I led the team with Chen Bingxi, the 12-person team from Note 3 High, boarded the high-speed train heading to the youth training camp. There were 3 cars in total, with no 1 high in one car, no 2 high and no 3 high prodigies in the others. Back in the succubus era, the world still kept some modern industries, like trains, internet, cell phones, and computers. At that moment, I heard a ding. The system chimed in my head. Mission complete. Please claim your reward. Reward claimed successfully. 100 evolution points credited. Beautifying pill has been put in your pocket. looking at the round pill in my pocket. I immediately pulled Chun Binxie into the train's restroom and locked the door behind us. I pinned Chun Binxie against the wall. Her cheeks instantly turned pink. She stammered, "Xiaoli, don't do anything crazy. It's still daytime." I curled up the corners of my mouth, lifted Chun Binxie's pale chin with my hand, and teasingly said, "How is this not crazy? Wait until it's dark." Chun Binxie nodded instinctively, then immediately shook her head. Before she could react, I stuffed the beautifying pill into her mouth. "What is this?" Chun Binxie asked, confused. The pill melted instantly. No taste at all. I took off half of Chun Binxie's fox mask, letting her face the mirror. She covered her eyes, scared to look, but suddenly felt an itch on her right cheek. She reached out to scratch. But when she finally saw her face, her eyes flew wide open. She exclaimed, "Xiaoli, what's going on?" Under her shocked gaze, the huge scar slowly peeled away, revealing a delicate, fair face beneath. When the scar completely fell off, her right cheek was as flawless as the left, delicate and smooth. Chun Binxie's mouth dropped in shock, her rosy lips big enough for an egg. But the beautifying pill's effect didn't stop there. Her skin became even more radiant and fair than before. Her hair even more black and shiny. Her autumn water eyes even more sparkling. I watched from the side, very satisfied with the pill's effect. Her scars disappeared. A few tears leaked from Chun Binxie's eyes. That emotional knot in her heart finally unraveled. She suddenly jumped on me, excitedly called, "Xiaoli, I love you so much." Chun Binxie was beaming with happiness. She was truly happy. She hadn't felt so free in 2 years. She felt like I was her destined one. I quickly interrupted, "Don't get too excited. Now's not the time." Meanwhile, in the train car, Principal forced Jingren and Liu Ryan to drink 2 full bottles of nutrient solution each. Jingren and Liu Ryan were angrily arguing with the train manager. "We need to use the bathroom. Why can't we leave our seats?" The train attendant stared at them blandly. "This car's bathroom is occupied. Only 2 people can leave at a time. Please wait patiently. They'll be out soon." Jingren felt he was about to burst, but he could only hold it in. He reassured Liu Ryan, "Just wait a little. It'll be our turn in 10 minutes. Liu Ryan glared at him and said nothing else. Half an hour later on the train, they safely arrived at the youth training camp. Chun Binxie and I finally came out from the restroom, only to see Liu Ryan rush in anxiously, just when Jingren wanted to follow. The bathroom door slammed and locked. "Fine, so that's how it is, huh?" Jingren's face turned purple-blue. He dashed off the train, looking for a tree to solve his urgent problem. By now, the No. 2 High contingent had also gotten off the train, as had the prodigies from No. 1 High. Seeing that figure running toward the forest, someone said, "He's probably going to take a dump." Everyone went silent. They recognized that guy was from No. 3 High. I recall No. 3 High had a devilish school beauty. I went to see her at No. 3 High a few times, but never saw her. What's there to see anyway? 2 years ago, a monster attacked No. 3 High. Her face got ruined, and she fell off the school beauty pedestal. I heard No. 3 High also had some kind of awakening phenomenon. A really terrifying one. No idea if she's coming to the training camp. No. 2 High has 6 pairs of contractors. No. 1 High has 5 pairs. That's 23 people in total. At that moment, I took Chun Binxie by the hand, leading No. 3 High's prodigies off the train. Everyone at the platform suddenly focused their gaze on us. An absolute knockout beauty. Who said her face got ruined? Impossible, no way. I've tried sneaking peeks at No. 3 High myself. That face is ridiculously gorgeous.
Damn.
That guy must be the devilish school beauty's contractor. I'm jealous, the No. 1 and No. 2 High boys all exclaimed. Even their own prodigy partners weren't happy about it, and started using the domestic hierarchy reminder technique on them all at once. Who the hell pinched me? Oh, so it was you. Babe, I'm sorry. It hurts. I'll stop. I really won't dare again. Just then, a well-built student from No. 1 High left his contractor partner behind, came straight to Chun Binxie alone, offered a handshake and smiled. "Nice to meet you. I'm a student from No. 1 High." S-Rank Tiger Template. Great to meet you. Chun Bingxi didn't shake his hand. Holding Xiao's arm, she said to Chun Bingxi, "This is my contract partner, Xiaoyu, the muscular young man." The outsiders smiled in unison. A trace of gloom flashed through his eyes. But after letting go, he smiled again, saying, "You'll get to know me." His tone was very firm. At that moment, a graceful silhouette came from behind, blocking the outsider. She pointed at the contract partner he left behind. With a contemptuous look, she said to the outsider, "You abandoned your own partner and went to hit on other beauties." The outsider awkwardly laughed and left. The graceful silhouette looked at Chun Bingxi and Xiao Yoi. She greeted them. "Nice to meet you. My name is Nangong Sihen, sea-level soaring dragon template." She has delicate features, height of 5 feet 7, wearing a purple ancient robe, which highlights her pure and ethereal aura. Most importantly, that enormous figure threatening to burst the ancient robe is truly eye-catching. As the saying goes, thin branches bear big fruit. That describes girls like her. Xiaoyui stared in amazement at this girl, who is as beautiful as Chun Bingxi, but surpasses her in some aspects. He thought to himself, but it's just a sea-level soaring dragon template. How did she get into the training camp? "I know you guys," Nangong Xiao said excitedly. "You're the one with purple key coming from the east for 10,000 miles, illuminating countless divine beasts, Xiaoyui. And you the SS level 9-tailed celestial fox template. Chun Bingxi, you're both amazing." "You're amazing too." I glanced at that enormous figure, thinking, wow, turns out she's the one called Little Wild. "Honey, look over there." That's the SS level Beastmaster Heartthrob. That purple key phenomenon was really incredible. Our second high's awakening plaza even went dark at the time. We had phenomena too in first high. Our rich heiress school belle, Nangong Xiao, had huge phenomena during her awakening. Sadly, she got a sea-level soaring dragon template. The elites from first and second high discussed intensely. Heiress school belle with amazing aura, but only a sea-level template. I felt something was off, so I used the system's detection feature and scanned the girl with big fruit on thin branches. Nangong Xiao, SS level 5-clawed golden dragon template. Blue Star's rules are incomplete. When the template awakened, not enough rule fragments were absorbed. Crystal sealed. No contract partner yet. I stared at the panel, completely stunned. SS level 5-clawed golden dragon. Same level as Chun Bingxi's 5-clawed golden dragon template. But unfortunately, it's sealed. And she hasn't formed a contract with anyone. Chun Bingxi saw me, staring openly at Nangong Xiao, and immediately reminded me of my family position. She pinched my waist's soft flesh and did a 720-degree invincible spin. I cried out in pain. Chun Bingshan gritted her teeth. "Is she good-looking?" "Of course, the system panel is good-looking." Xiaoyu grinned. Chun Bingshan stomped her foot angrily. She was mad because she could see her instep just by looking down. Nangong Xiao saw this scene and felt it was very heartwarming. Is this the bond between family members? But unfortunately, she doesn't have that. She deeply remembered during the SS level talent pre-sale Xiaoyu's fascination with big fruit. She returned to First High's group. Ever since Xiaoyu appeared, she sneaked glances 6 times. The longest lasted 10 seconds. Nangong Xiao murmured inwardly, but she didn't think it was too much, compared to the boys from First High drooling like pigs. Xiaoyu's behavior was very mild, almost negligible. If only I knew what she was thinking, I would shout my innocence. I'm innocent. I was looking at the system panel. Then, under the lead of 3 captains, the group of elites headed towards the training camp gate. Over there, 2 greeting teams in military uniforms were already waiting. One team was male, the other female. Suddenly, muscular young man Xiaoyui ran toward the greeting team's captain and said something to him. The greeting team captain nodded and bowed, respectfully agreeing to something. He even glanced towards Xiaoyu's group, just as everyone was about to enter the training camp. The greeting team's military unit stopped them. "Hold on." Everyone was forced to stop. Their eyes were puzzled. The greeting team's captain glanced around. Then a slight smile appeared. "So you're from the base? The elites we plan to cultivate in a big way? If you want to enter the training camp today, you must pass my test." The greeting team members, started whispering. There's nothing about this test in the rules. If it doesn't exist, we'll add it. This training field was built by our city guard. We're letting them use it and acting as greeting, order maintenance, and examiners. Right, they need to know the camp didn't come easily, or else we'd waste a month for nothing. The elites from the 3 high schools thought it was normal procedure, so they stopped. The greeting team captain was very satisfied. 3 high schools, 3 teams. If your captains can last 1 minute against me without losing, you pass. Otherwise, you camp outside tonight. Of course, I'll suppress my level to stage 1. If you pass, each team member gets a stage 1 crystal core. Now captains step forward. 3rd highest captains are Xiao Yui and Chun Bingxi. 2nd highest captains are a chubby boy and a girl. 1st highest captain is Nangong Xiao. Only one person. Looking at the captains, the greeting team captain frowned. He asked the big fruit girl, "Why is there only one person? Where's your contract partner?" Nangong Xiao smiled. "Reporting, sir. I don't have a contract partner, but I hope you'll let all 3 teams in. I'll personally give you 36 stage 1 crystal cores." The greeting team captain was shocked. His pupils contracted. Who is this person? So generous. Next to him was the greeting team's vice captain, who is also his contract partner. He whispered in his ear, "This is the heiress princess of Mengyuan Bay City, the city lord's daughter at Master Realm, Nangong Xiao." The greeting team captain gasped. She's that influential? Will she hold a grudge against me for adding the test? As he worried inwardly, the system's voice sounded in my mind. Detected. Host has triggered event mission. Defeat stage 1 greeting team captain. Reward, 100 evolution points. Rule crystal. Crystals formed after the world rules shattered can be used to supplement insufficient template rules. Accept the mission? No penalty if refused, nothing gained if failed. Rule crystal. Xiaoyue was very surprised. This is perfect to solve. Nangong Xia's skinny girl template seal issue. Once it's unlocked, it'll be the 5-clawed golden dragon. Whether in the previous life or this apocalypse, all of them are legendary Eastern dragons. System mission received. Congratulations, host, on successfully accepting the mission. Even with the rule crystal, I wouldn't just give it to him for free. Unless the fruit maiden gives him a smile during a late-night snack. I secretly thought of Nangong Xiao. You don't want to use a C-rank template your whole life, right? Defeat Jing Ran. Completing the mission rewards you with 100 evolution points. I plan to upgrade my summoned beast, White Fox. That could mean an extra life and a conceptual talent skill. Summoned beast form evolution function. 9-tailed celestial fox, 1 tail, 10% evolution points. 100 evolution points. I allocated the evolution points. The system panel updated instantly. 9-tailed celestial fox, 2 tails, 20% evolution points. At the same time, Chun Minxi and I both suddenly sensed a profound insight forming in our minds. Innate skill, divine fascination, causes the enemy's mind to fall into confusion for a period of time. Group skill, divine defection, forcibly implants thoughts, forces the enemy to change attack targets. Single target skill, absolute true damage. Any physical attack unleashed can bypass the enemy's defenses, deals true damage to the enemy. This skill is absolutely broken. Xiaoyou's eyes lit up. The last one, innate skill, absolute true damage, is the just awakened conceptual skill. Ignores defense, deals true damage. I'm really looking forward to my upcoming fight with the welcome team captain. Sir, we're here to challenge you. While I was adding points on my panel, the 2 leaders from Second High stepped forward. They called out to the welcome team captain, brimming with fighting spirit. Not bad. The welcome team captain nodded at the Second High leaders. Then he turned to the fruit maiden, Nangong Xiao, and smiled, saying, "There's no need for you to go to any trouble. Since you haven't formed a contract, there's no need for you all to test me. He's openly going easy on us." First High's contractor, the muscled boy from their team, couldn't help but smirk. Secretly glanced at Mr. Zhao, a bit of smugness in the expression. Then, the 2 leaders from No 2 High activated their contract power. Summoned the Devil Moth. The Devil Moth emitted a chilling and terrifying aura. It made people feel like it was the middle of the night, like walking alone through a mass grave. This was a newly advanced Tier 1 spectral type summoned beast. The Devil Moth. Huh. Welcome, Team Captain. The Vice Captain also activated contract power. A silver-white gorilla full of wild energy appeared before everyone. It kept beating its chest, making a heavy thumping sound. I'm suppressing my level to Tier 1, beginner stage.
Careful, the silverback gorilla picked up a huge rock.
And suddenly hurled it at the Devil Moth. The Devil Moth dodged while quickly activating its innate ability. Ghostly wails and wolf howls. Reduces the enemy's mental strength. Distracts them, thus lowering their combat power. It felt like everyone was pulled into a mass grave, with the whispers of wild ghosts in their ears, and the wails of packs of wolves. This scene gave many people goosebumps. The Devil Moth flapped its wings, but couldn't dodge completely. The boulder grazed its tail and hit the ground. The Devil Moth was forced out of summon state, returning to its original form. The two high contractors were shocked. An S-rank Devil Moth was defeated so easily. No, too high, Captain. The two showed clear but clueless looks. Just like that, they lost. Nangang Xiao seemed to have expected this all along. Her expression was calm. Then she looked at Zhao with curiosity. An SS-rank template should last at least a minute, right? The outsiders looked excited, waiting to watch Zhao embarrass himself. Trash is truly trash. The silverback gorilla spoke human words. It was the welcome team captain speaking. He pointed at all the contractors furiously. The base invests tons of resources for training, yet this is just a bunch of trash. You call yourselves prodigies? You're nothing, can't even take one hit. If you ask me, you all should just get lost. No need to waste time here. An S-rank summoned beast. Can't even beat my A-rank template beast. That's really a disgrace. No, two highs captain and vice captain blushed with embarrassment, yet felt unconvinced. The enemy contractors glared with anger, furious at the gorilla's words, but utterly helpless. They simply can't win. With their lack of battle experience, they just can't compare to the seasoned welcome team, or its captain, just as everyone felt powerless. I pointed right at the gorilla's nose, loudly, and declared if they can't do it, I'll defeat you, leading Chun Binxi by the hand. I walked to the boulder that had struck the Devil Moth, mobilized my contract power, and initiated the summon. A dazzling display of mystical colors descended. A phantom figure appeared from the ground, as if drawn from illusion into reality. Nine-tailed celestial fox, the sanctified and noble appearance of the one-tail form. A lively white fox appeared atop the boulder. That mysterious and arcane aura made everyone feel their spirit cleansed. Wow, this is the SS-rank summoned beast. It looks so cool. So this is the nine-tailed celestial fox? The pure white fur just makes me want to pet it. So elegant. But it doesn't look very aggressive. Nangang Xiao was curious too, examining the one-tail form white fox. Murmured, so this is an SS-rank template. It's kinda handsome. The gorilla thought to himself, finally my turn. City Guard Pavilion. The pavilion master's son asked me to teach you a lesson. You can't escape. Even if you're an SSS-rank summoned beast. I can't hurt you, but making you suffer a little is no problem. City Guard Pavilion is the official military organization in every base city. The pavilion master is the highest officer, same rank as the base city lord. The gorilla leapt upward, arched in a parabola, smashing toward the white fox. The sacred white fox has instinctive dynamic vision. Dodged the attack with ease. The gorilla crashed into the ground, making a small pit. The sacred white fox's eyes turned cold and quietly activated its innate ability, divine allure. A wave hit the gorilla. The gorilla's raging aura paused. Its mind became disoriented. Its expression turned blank. It froze in place. Where am I? Who am I? What am I supposed to do? That pretty white fox over there. If I sit on it, will it cry? Why are there so many cuties watching me over there? If I throw a boulder at them, will I make them dizzy? Now's the chance. This is real damage. Didn't you like throwing rocks? Let you see how it feels to get hit with one. Before the stunned crowd, the sacred white fox tossed the giant stone under its paws high into the air and smashed it down on the gorilla's neck with a bang that echoed in everyone's ears. The gorilla suddenly woke up from its stupor. A sharp pain in its neck made it gasp. Neck struck. Its breath and blood flow interrupted. The gorilla felt dizzy and collapsed to the ground with a thud, blacking out. The officer's health is amazing. Knocked out, but sleeps instantly, Zhao the joked as he exited summon mode. Awesome Fruit Girl was dumbfounded. Muscle Boy, every bystander, and the goddess were stunned by Zhao the. Couldn't help grumbling. The instructor just didn't do well. He just got lucky this time. Try again. And he might not win. Fruit Girl tilted her head and asked back. So can you be like Zhao the? Defeat the instructor as easily as they did? Muscle Boy turned red, stuck for words. Stammered, unable to reply. You can't. Skinny Fruit Girl answered for him. All the prodigy contractors present were stunned by the power of the SSS-Rank summoned beast. Especially the couple duo from No Too High, looking at Zhao Di and Chun Bingxi. Their admiration was almost overflowing. Honey, from now on, Zhao Di is my idol husband. Zhao Di is so gentle with his girlfriend. I love you so much. If I were as pretty as Chen, the campus belle, I'd be gentle too. Are you asking for it? Aren't I pretty? You're sleeping on the floor tonight. The couple started bickering. Chun Bingxin looked at me, curious. Zhao Di, our summoned beasts. Why did they suddenly awaken a new innate ability? That's super addictive. So up. I just smiled mysteriously. Want to know how they awakened? Come closer if you want to know. I'll tell you. Chun Bingxi saw my mysterious look. Her curiosity grew. She immediately leaned over. Why? I blew a puff of air and just made something up. Doing activities together increases our chemistry, which boosts our contract power. So without realizing it, our summoned beasts awaken new innate skills. Oh my god, is that even possible? Chun Bingxin was shocked. I looked at her and nodded seriously. Chun Bingxin blushed. Then we need more activity. Right at that moment. Ding! The system notification sounded. Task complete. Defeat the Tier 1 gorilla. Reward, 100 evolution points. A rule fragment crystal has been deposited in system storage. Congratulations, host. Rule fragment crystal has automatically recognized owner. Ownership established. Host, Zhao De. After recognition, no matter where host uses the crystal, it's not restricted by location, and the rule fragment crystal always recognizes the host. It can be reclaimed anytime. I was delighted. I already have one, but I don't know how many are needed to unlock Fruit Girl's template. Meanwhile, inside the training camp tower, two imposing middle-aged men witnessed the entire trial. Old Yi, your son is still just as stubborn. He hasn't changed one bit.
He's the type who won't turn back until he hits a wall.
No one can teach him, but a father can definitely teach him. Maybe, I'm talking about my daughter. She has an SSS level beast template. Do you believe it? I do. I saw the phenomenon when she awakened. It's about the same scale as Sangao's Chun Bingsu, but the test results showed she was only C level. That's an undeniable fact. I've never heard of anything like this. You need to understand. Your son needs to understand even more. My daughter could never make a contract with him. They were never meant to be together. Just strangers passing by. He's just way too devoted. The two stayed silent for a long while before continuing. After training for this college entrance exam, the overall scores of our base city won't be last place anymore. That might not be certain. From what I know, the base next door, which was second to last year, also started their youth training camp today. We need to find a chance to meet them. Late night snacks with Chinping down south. The top contract holders from 3 high schools were escorted into the training camp by the welcome team. The captain of the welcome team, wide awake, assembled everyone on the flat ground and started introducing the 2 bald male and female instructors beside him during this 1-month boot camp. These 2 will be your instructors. Don't judge them just because their heads could light up a room and underestimate them. They were transferred over from the imperial capital 10 years ago. S-level beast template summoners. S-level templates. Everyone's eyes instantly focused on the 2 instructors. The welcome team captain continued introducing. You're really lucky, because they're normally instructors for our hunting team, and they're known as training maniacs. The bald male instructor suddenly took off his shirt, revealing muscle packed with veins and 8 abs. Everyone was instantly shocked. From his neck to his torso, his body was covered in white scars. It was shocking to look at. Everyone gasped in awe. 1,896 scars. The bald male instructor suddenly spoke up and rolled up the bald female instructor's sleeve, revealing the same dense white scars. Both of us have 1,896 scars. This is from 10 years and over 500 hell-level tasks. His voice suddenly grew louder. We've never regretted it. Instead, we're proud and honored, because every scar on our bodies is a contribution we made for Dragon Nation. Everyone was completely blown away. In this disaster-filled apocalypse, they grew up safe, because someone carried the burden for them. The bald instructor saw everyone's solemn faces, nodded slightly, and then changed the subject. This time, our mission is to train you to be ruthless and decisive, and able to adapt in the wild as iron-blooded talents. And in this year's college entrance exam, to make sure our overall scores aren't last place again, the difficulty level for this mission will be set to hell level. Everyone was stunned. Getting out of last place is considered hell level difficulty? The leader of Second High blushed, extremely unwilling to accept this. Don't look down on us. We're not that terrible. Someone immediately agreed. Chun Bingxi even shouted out loudly. Why act like a pushover? If we're gonna win, we should aim for first place. Everyone's eyes suddenly focused on him. Their gazes seemed to say, that's so bold. Skinny fruit girl. Nam Gongxia's eyes sparkled, staring at Chun Bingxi. As if some special switch had been flipped, Chun Bingxi blushed from being stared at. But his tone stayed firm. Second to last is okay too. Everyone almost fell over, using the strongest tone to say the weakest thing. Seriously, that's impressive. I secretly grumbled. Aiming for first place is too exhausting. Just go with the flow. With his talent, it's good enough to not be last in the college entrance exam. Just then, a system voice suddenly rang in my mind. Detected host contacting event.
Task starts.
Stage task. Personally reach national first place. Base City's overall score gets into national top 10. Reward is supreme. Mystery grand prize. Will you claim it? My eyes suddenly widened. Supreme. Mystery grand prize. Just sounds super high-end. System, claim task.
Task claimed successfully.
I thought to myself, it doesn't really matter what the reward is. What matters is bringing honor to Mangyuan Base City. As a Beastmaster, I'm full of fighting spirit. Of course, I must compete with all the talents for first place and push our base city into the national top 10. Wangon Base City has been last place for 10 straight years. The training maniac bald instructor looked across the crowd below. Contract holders from the last 10 years. Do you think the officials and schools haven't done anything? The contract holders were silent, but still a bit unconvinced. The bald instructor let out a cold laugh and threw out a figure. 9th stage. That's the level last year's national exam champion was at when taking the test. He killed a master tier monster at 9th stage and won the champion title. 9th stage kills a master. College entrance exam champion. The contract holders' minds were totally blown. Finally faced reality. 9th stage is a level so far out of reach. Some guy who just came back from taking a dump even heard that number and was totally stunned. 9th stage bowing to the master. SS level template. Battling above your own tier. Super talents. That freshman year, it trended as the #1 hot topic across all platforms. Summoned beast levels go from first stage up to the 9th, then master stage and above. Master level is enough to be lord of a city and commander-in-chief of the city guard. Fruit girl Nam Gongxiao clenched her fists, her beautiful eyes wide open. Even Chun Bingxi was unusually silent. Detected host triggering event.
Task starts.
Stage task. Win the national exam champion title. Base City's overall score gets into national top 10. Current subtask. Advance summoned beast to stage 5 within 1 week. Reward, 100 evolution points. 1 rule fragment crystal. Instructor, what stage was last year's Mangyuan Base City champion at? I spoke up and asked. The bald instructor was surprised. Looked at him. 3rd stage. The contract holders below were shocked. The gap between base cities is honestly so huge. Mingyuan champion at 3rd stage. National champion at 9th stage. Just one number difference. A world apart. Next, basic resource allocation. The bald instructor kept announcing. Every week, every pair of A-level contract holders can get 10 level 1 crystals. S-level gets 20, SS level gets 10 level 2 crystals. Besides that, every time you finish a training, you'll get crystal rewards accordingly. Now, dorm assignment. The bald instructor paused his speech, sizing up the pairs of contractors. The dorms are mixed gender contract rooms. 1 pair per room. If I ever find out any pairs living separately, I'll punish them with hell-level devil training. The male students who just made contracts instantly got excited. Awesome, just what I wanted. I marveled at the mixed gender living arrangements. This would be trending in my previous life. But in this post-apocalyptic world, it's standard procedure on Blue Star. Who would dare to live apart? The instructor would just hang you up and beat you. The stern female bald instructor spoke up. No training today. Everyone, get familiar with your surroundings first. Receive this week's basic resources. Chun Binksy and I went to get our resources first. We are SS grade contractors. We can get 10 Tier 2 crystal cores each week. The two of them headed to the dorm area. Room 001 was their room. It was a small apartment. Living room, kitchen, and bedroom were all included. But there was only one bedroom. It was 2 p.m. when they arrived. Now 4 or 5 hours had passed. The two got ready to wash up and rest. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Open the door. An exquisitely beautiful face suddenly popped up. She cutely said, Zhao the. Can I come in and chat for a bit? It was the fruit maiden, Nanggong Xiao. I could even smell the sweet fragrance on her body. Who is it? We're about to sleep. Chun Binksy came over to take a look. Pulled her inside right away. On the couch, Chun Binksy asked curiously, Nanggong Xiao, you haven't made a contract with a beastmaster, so how will you train next? The fruit maiden hugged his arm, a flash of excitement in her eyes, but outwardly stayed calm, joining the training alone. Even without a summoned beast, I can still do it. Sister Binksy, your skin is so nice. The fruit maiden gently stroked her cheek, feeling even more excited. Chun Binksy isn't quite used to this. It's the first time a girl has touched my face like this. I interrupted, saying you're the same. So fair-skinned too. Can I come see you often from now on? Come, whenever you want. The two of them were deep in conversation. I couldn't get a word in. I started asking the system in my mind, System bro, does the company need a stock rights template? How many rule crystal shards are required? The system didn't respond. System big bro. Say something, System grandpa. System, handsome dude or pretty girl. The system remained silent. I cursed it out loud. What kind of garbage system is this? Not intelligent at all. Suddenly, a rule crystal shard flashed with light. I instantly understood the message. C5 Claw Golden Dragon summoned beast has become extinct in this universe. Manifest out of thin air. The template requires 12 rule crystal shards. More than any other C5 Claw and above. I wanted to know how many Nanggong Xiao would need. In order to complete the template, I must scan his body first, to see how much rule power he absorbed during awakening. I remembered the shard had already recognized its owner. Even if I give it to him, I can take it back at any time. Scan quickly. Don't cause any strange noises. Xiaoyui silently gave the order. Nanggong Xiao and Chun Binksy were very close. Suddenly, a warm and extremely comfortable sensation rushed through her. Her beautiful eyes lit up. She liked sticking close to Binksy even more. If I stick to the commander, I freeze up. 5-clawed golden dragon template completion. 84%. Just 2 more rule crystal shards needed to fully materialize. I felt a surge of joy. I only have 1 shard left. Luckily, the system posted a new mission. Level up the summoned beast to tier 5 within a week. Reward, 1 rule crystal shard. System, accept the mission. Mission accepted successfully. After completing the mission, plus the previous 100 evolution points, there will be 200 points total. If we take it from 2D to 3D, 2 shards are just enough to complete the Fruity Girl template. I put away the shard. I looked at Nanggong Xiao. If someone could help you restore your SS-Rank template, how would you repay him? Fruity Girl looked dumbfounded. Then she was shocked. How did you know I'm an SS Dear template? Did my father tell you? I just guessed, I replied. My question. I took a sip of tea. I smiled. Fruity Girl's expression turned extremely serious. She raised her head and stood tall. Such a powerful aura. I'd devote my whole life to him. I spit out my tea in shock. Exclaimed, Are you serious? Truer than pure gold. Nangong Xiao nodded emphatically, then instantly looked extremely disappointed. But who could possibly pull that off? My dad researched tons of information. This phenomenon has never happened before. I'm the only known case. I've already decided to never sign a contract for life. I grumbled inwardly. So she's planning to be single forever. In this era, forming a contract is like getting married. Soon after, Nangong Xiao left. Her figure looked so lonely. Her shadow stretched so far. Chun Bingxi suddenly jumped on me. Let's go. Back to the bedroom. Such a beautiful night shouldn't be wasted. I laughed and asked, turning into beastier girl form. Chun Bingxin shook her head hard. 4 a.m. the next morning. I got up early. My training goal was crystal clear. Level up the summoned beast to tier 5 within a week. Not just for the mission, but for future happiness. 1 minute later, Chun Bingxin was forcibly booted up. The two of us finished washing up. Officially started our training. After dressing up in formal wear, Chun Bingxin and I immediately activated the contract power. Summoned the sacred white fox in its two-tailed form. Then the energy spread out. A phantom appeared on the ground. It physically manifested right in front of us. This is the sacred white fox in its two-tailed form, compared to the one-tailed form. It's not just one more tail. Skill strength, physical strength, and training speed are all greatly enhanced. Chun Bingxi and I disappeared, our consciousness jointly residing within the white fox. The 10 tier 2 crystal cores we got yesterday are exactly this week's training resources. Swallowed a tier 2 crystal core. Its pure energy far exceeds that of tier 1. It instantly surged through our entire bodies. We immediately began using the magical beast cultivation method. After digesting 2 cores, the summoned beast instantly broke through to early tier 2. Xiao Yui, our training speed is incredible. Chun Bingxi exclaimed joyfully. Crystal cores digested one after another for 2 hours, and we steadily reached late tier 2. I thought to myself, just one more core and we'll reach tier 3. Nangong Xiao, you can't escape my grasp. You said you'd give your life to me. I won't forget that. Meanwhile, a muscle-bound youth, a passerby, sneaked into the training camp at daybreak, playing with the smart token in his hand, sneered, This is my father's ID. The token can adjust training difficulty. I'm setting willpower training to max. Let Xiaoyue fight the strongest defenders. Really make him suffer. The alternate was narrow-minded since childhood. Nangong Xiao was supposed to be his childhood sweetheart. The adults had contracted a pact long ago. But after awakening, her template was abnormal.
He claimed he was SS-Rank.
If she doesn't get back to SS Hill, he'll never marry. The alternate resents SS-Rank ones deeply because of this. Blames everything on Xiaoyue. 6:30 a.m. Everyone gathered at the training ground. All of them groggy and half awake. Hair all messy. The training fanatic, the bald instructor, was very pleased. The more they struggle, the higher the partner's teamwork, which benefits the summoned beast. The bald instructor announced this week's plan. Physical strength, willpower, beast ear girls. Magical beast basics and knowledge. Battle simulations. Complete it to win a prize box. They were immediately taken to a 1,000 square meter gravity runway. First round, physical fitness training. Carry 50 kilograms of weight. Run 10 kilometers. Just then, the instructor's communicator went off. It was the Fortress Defense Corps' leader's highest command. Prioritize training Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi. Difficulty set to hell mode. The instructor looked at the two of them. SS-Rank talent really can't be underestimated. On a standard gravity runway, Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi handled it easily. Carrying 50 kilograms, they led the pack. The S-ranks followed closely behind. The A-ranks struggled to keep up with a brisk walk. Only C-rank Nangong Xiao, without a summoned beast, was stumbling with every step.
10 minutes later,
Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi finished first, each rewarded with a tier 2 crystal core. Now carry 100 kilograms. and run another 10 kilometers. The two easily finished it again. The instructor noted it down. Each gets 2 more cores. That's 3 in total. Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi's eyes lit up. With these cores, we can level up again. Rest for 10 minutes. Now carry 200 kilograms and another 10 kilometers. The S-ranks who just finished the 50 kilograms run were shocked. The alternates secretly rejoiced. 200 kilograms. Let's see how you handle this. But Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi, though slower, still finished within half an hour. The instructor marked down 3 more cores each. A total of 6 rest breaks, carrying 300 kilograms of weight. The last 10 kilometers. The freshly trained rankers are completely exhausted. We've only run once with 300 kilograms. You've already done it 4 times. People on the track are taking pleasure in our misfortune, sitting and waiting to watch us make fools of ourselves. Zhao Li and the others start to power walk, passing by Nangong Xiao, who's close to her limit. Nangong Xiao, can you handle it? I can do it. The girl clenches her teeth and pushes on. Only 200 meters left. He looks up and sees the two carrying 300 kilograms. Instantly stunned. So this is the power of SS-Rank. I have to recover my template. Half an hour later, Zhao Li and the other cross the finish line, collapsed directly onto the ground, dripping with sweat. Instructor takes note. Each of you gets 6 more. 12 for each person in total. 24 altogether. Nangong Xiao finally finishes too, lying beside the two, gasping for air, her chest rising and falling. Onlookers witness the scene. Their smiles freeze. Jealous growls. Damn it. Why does he treat them so well? In the afternoon, magical beast combat training begins. The onlookers' eyes light up. This is their chance. He wants to use his token to have Zhao Li and the other fight the toughest, the most defensive beast, and embarrass them in front of everyone. All contractors line up by group. Group 1, Zhao the Chun Bingxi, SSS-Rank. Group 2, the onlookers, etc. Group 3, S-Rank, rank contractors. Group 4, Nangong Xiao, no contract. The bald instructor leads everyone into the beast training ground. The area is divided into several zones. The beasts are forbidden from being restrained. A giant python coils in the depths. Even the demon pattern turtle's shell can't be breached. The hunting team members admit defeat helplessly. We have failed. Instructor announces the rules. Summon your contracted beast into the zone. If you last 10 minutes without fleeing, you earn a reward. Core crystal. Chun Bingxi's eyes light up. Instructor, do we have to pay if we defeat or kill it? The instructor smiles. Defeat, 5 times the payout. Kill, 10 times the payout. Chun Bingxin looks eager to give it a try. The instructor receives another order from the leader. SS level double freezing hell start. All teams begin summoning. Team 1, Two-tailed sacred white fox.
Team 2, Black Wolf King, Golden Sound Demon, Devil Butterfly.
Team 3, Dream Fantasy Spirit Butterfly, White Snake, and Team 4. Nangong Xiao stands all alone, eyes filled with envy. The bald instructor leads the white fox to the deepest area. The 12 regions. 6 first tier, 6 second tier beast regions. If you stay for 10 minutes, you're done. The white fox stares at the room black tortoise. The black tortoise instantly curls up, shutting itself off. Time's up. 10 minutes. Easily accomplished. The instructor notes it down. 1 core each. Total of 26 cores. Instructor warm-up complete. Official training can now begin. The white fox speaks. The instructor is stunned. Immediately realizes the situation. They're about to reap 3 rounds of rewards. Stay, defeat, kill, they're taking all the rewards. White fox is allowed back into the first tier black tortoise zone. Grabs the iron stick and smashes it down. The black tortoise's organs are shattered. It spits blood on the spot. The entire rookie hunting team is shocked. Even the tortoise's shell got beaten till it spat blood. What kind of monster is this? The instructor takes another note. Defeat reward, 5 cores each. Is everything registered? Next round, the white fox smashes again. A 10-meter column of blood shoots from the black tortoise. It dies instantly. The instructor writes again. Kill reward.
10 cores each.
Total, 188 cores. Then the white fox sweeps through the other 11 regions. Defeat first, kill after. frantically farming rewards. The watching instructors are so mad they start cursing. Your hunting team isn't even as good as college entrance students. From now on, your training load is multiplied by 10. The rookie hunting team all groan in misery. No way, let us pace ourselves a little. Training ends. The bald instructor's pen tip is about to wear out. He rubs his eyes over and over. Clearly, he's calculated so much his eyes are blurry. I walk over to take a look. On the notebook, it's densely packed with reward details for me and Chun Binxi. Every entry gets your blood pumping. It's clearly written, late night snacks. Chun Binxi defeat reward, 6 first-tier magic beasts, 30 second-tier crystal cores each, 6 second-tier magic beasts, 300 second-tier crystal cores each. Defeat rewards alone, total 660 second-tier crystal cores. Add the kill rewards. That's a full 2,148 second-tier crystal cores. He looks at the two-tailed sacred white fox beside me and Binxi, radiating awe-inspiring power. His eyes are full of disbelief. After all, since this training camp started, no one has ever, on their first day, gotten such outrageous rewards. We broke the training camp records on day 1. At this moment, a cheerful figure rushes toward us. It's Nangang Xiao. Without another word, she jumps forward. She hugs the two-tailed white fox tightly. Her voice trembles with excitement. Binxi, you're incredible! And this white fox is just too cool. White fox. In my mind, Chun Binxi instantly holds her chin up with pride. She responds smugly. Of course, look whose contract-summoned beast it is. Nangang Xiao pats her chest and loudly says, to celebrate your great first day of training, I'm treating you all to dinner. Let's go to the best hunting restaurant in the camp. At this moment, the bald instructor gathers all the trainees. He formally announces the end of today's training. I've already synced the reward records with the resources department. Tomorrow morning, 6:30 sharp. Assemble downstairs at the dorm. As soon as the instructor finishes speaking, the trainees all cheer and rush off. Nangang Xiao is even more impatient, clutching Binxi's arm tightly, leading us with total familiarity to the high-end hunting restaurant. With how familiar she is with the training camp, it's obvious she isn't ordinary. On the way, I'm already thinking about what I can do with over 2,000 second-tier cores. In the apocalypse, crystal cores are hard currency. They are the core resource for beastmasters and summons to improve their strength. I do a quick calculation. 2,148 second-tier crystal cores. Calculated out, I can exchange them for 2 5th-tier crystal cores, 1 4th-tier crystal core, 4 3rd-tier crystal cores, and 8 more second-tier crystal cores. With these resources, it's an explosive amount in the whole training camp. Enough for Binxi's two-tailed white fox to go straight from the late 2nd tier, all the way to the 5th tier. It doesn't take long before we reach the military camp's most advanced hunting restaurant. It's worlds apart from the regular trainees' cafeteria. The decor is luxurious. The environment is quiet, reserved for training camp leadership and trainees with special status. Ordinary trainees aren't even allowed to enter. Nangang Xiao, clearly experienced, leads us into a very private booth. No sooner have we sat down than a server arrives. With utmost respect, the server bows to Nangang Xiao. Miss Nangang, what would you like to order today? Hearing her called Miss Nangang confirms her status. Unfazed, Nangang Xiao doesn't even look at the menu. She casually says, 1 set meal, please. Then she hands the menu to me and Binxi, letting us pick if we want something else. I take the menu, glance at the contents of set meal 1, and I am stunned. I can only think, wow, this isn't a set meal. It's basically a top-tier resource feast. The set includes 3 dishes and a soup. Main courses are 6th tier beast meat, 4th tier beast meat, and 5th tier edible spirit mushroom. The soup is a rare 8th tier spirit mushroom stew. Everything is packed with intense energy. Regular beastmasters can't even get close to food like this. When I see the price, I'm even more shocked. That 1 set meal costs a whole 7th tier crystal core. A 7th tier crystal core. Nangang Xiao orders without blinking, not even batting an eyelid. She's definitely a top-class rich girl. Nangang Xiao looks at me and Binxi's stunned faces, smiling and locking eyes with Binxi, her gaze overflowing with affection. Sister Binxi, as long as you like it, we'll eat here every day. All you can eat. In just a few minutes, the server brings all the dishes over, with incredible efficiency. Before leaving, he even hands Nanggong Xiao a blue potion bottle, without any explanation, and quietly withdraws. Binksy and I look at the table full of high-tier beast meat and spirit mushrooms, wondering to ourselves, if the energy inside these high-tier ingredients is just too wild, with our current bodies, we can't handle it directly. Eating this recklessly would just burst us from the energy. Nanggong Xiao sees our concern, picks up the blue potion and gives it a shake. This is a purified energy neutralizer, made from these high-tier beast meats. Drink this, and you can safely absorb the pure energy from the food, without hurting your body at all. Only then do we realize, and follow Nanggong Xiao in drinking the energy serum. Let's start enjoying this top-notch meal. Binksy is eating with extraordinary satisfaction. Her little belly is slightly bulging. She looks like she hasn't had enough. After finishing the meal, we temporarily split up with Nanggong Xiao. Binksy and I wasted no time. We headed straight to the resource department to collect today's training rewards. When I received the backpack filled with crystal cores, I could clearly feel the heavy weight of the backpack. Back in our exclusive dorm apartment, I couldn't wait to open the backpack. Inside, the crystal cores were neatly arranged. 2 dazzling Tier 5 crystal cores were placed on top. Next to them was a Tier 4 crystal core, 4 Tier 3 crystal cores, and 8 Tier 2 crystal cores. They shimmered enticingly under the light. No time wasted. We started cultivating immediately. I spoke to Binksy in a deep voice. The most important thing right now is to turn these crystal cores into strength. The indifference of the survival of the fittest. Strength is the foundation to stand firm. Binksy nodded firmly. Both of us activated the power of our contract within our bodies at the same time. White light surged in our palms. We summoned the sacred white fox in its 2-tailed form again. At this moment, the white fox was stuck at the late stage of Tier 2, just 1 step away from Tier 3. I manipulated the power of the contract, first picking up a Tier 3 crystal core and placing it near the white fox's mouth. The white fox opened its mouth and swallowed it directly. The crystal core entered its body. Pure energy exploded instantly inside. It furiously washed through the meridians and the barriers of its cultivation level. In just half an hour, a soft sound was heard, coming from the aura of the white fox. It suddenly surged, breaking through directly to Tier 3. The energy of a single Tier 3 crystal core at the early stage was absorbed completely. Not a bit was wasted. Binksy and I were connected with the consciousness of the white fox. We could clearly feel the surge of overwhelming power within. It made us feel incredibly solid. I struck while the iron was hot. I controlled the white fox to swallow 2 Tier 4 crystal cores in succession. We immersed ourselves fully in cultivation, completely immersed in the process of advancing realms. I don't know how much time passed. The cultivation method within White Fox was running wildly. The meridians and energy were continuously being washed through. The realm kept skyrocketing without pause. Not a bit of stagnation. Early stage Tier 3. Mid-stage Tier 3, late-stage Tier 3, peak Tier 3, advancing layer by layer. Finally, with a deafening boom, the aura around him completely erupted. It directly broke through to early-stage Tier 4. At this moment, White Fox was shrouded in a mysterious white halo. It seemed he became the energy core of the entire room. The free energy in the air nearby was all automatically gathering into his body. The scene was truly breathtaking. When I finally snapped out of it, I realized I'd been cultivating for an entire day. I'd missed the training session for the second day. I could only head out to find the bald instructor first. The instructor didn't hesitate to approve my leave. He even told me to focus on cultivating. Back at the apartment, I took out my last trump card. 2 Tier 5 crystal cores, all swallowed by White Fox. The energy in Tier 5 cores is way more terrifying than in lower tiers. Extremely pure and dense. White Fox ran his technique at full force. Absorption speed didn't slow down at all. The realm skyrocketed once again. Early stage Tier 4, mid-stage Tier 4, late-stage Tier 4, peak Tier 4. Didn't hit a single bottleneck. Not the slightest obstacle. Then, accompanied by an ear-splitting shattering sound, the 2-tailed holy White Fox broke through to early stage Tier 5. I controlled White Fox, feeling within myself the vast power like an endless ocean. Excited, I jumped lightly without thinking, but I couldn't control the surge of power. My head collided straight into the ceiling. With a loud bang, the whole dorm building shook violently. A rough estimate, the power and energy of the Tier 5 White Fox was more than 10 times stronger than at late Tier 2. Easily over 10 times as strong. Such a leap is extremely rare in the history of beast taming. Binksy was overjoyed and cheered loudly. She hugged White Fox and jumped around. Her face was full of joy, and in order to avoid wrecking the apartment further, Binksy and I withdrew our contract power together, ending the summoning form, returning to our human forms. I could clearly feel my physical abilities had increased several times over. With a single punch, even the air made a loud whooshing sound. There was a full 3 tons of power in my fist. Just then, a cold system prompt suddenly sounded in my mind. Several prompts in a row. My heart was filled with joy as I listened. Congratulations, host, for completing your mission. Raise the summoned beast's realm to Tier 5 within a week. Mission reward, 100 evolution points. 1 rule fragment crystal. Automatically deposited into the system space. The rule fragment crystal has been bound to you. Host, Zhao De. Binding successful. The rule fragment crystal can be used at any time. Can be retrieved at any time, with no restrictions whatsoever. Rule fragment crystal. My heart skipped a beat. This is an extremely rare and top-tier treasure in the apocalypse. It contains the power of heaven and earth's rules. Can repair broken talents. Patch up template flaws. Something countless beastmasters dream of. I didn't expect the system's mission reward to give me such a heavyweight treasure outright. As the system prompts faded, urgent knocking sounded outside the door, and the iconic sweet voice of Nanggong Xiao. Even through the door, you could hear her excitement. Binks insists. I heard noises coming from inside. Did you guys finish cultivating? I opened the door and saw Nanggong Xiao leaning against it. Her sneaky expression was both cute and funny. From her look, it was obvious she'd been waiting outside for a long time. Looking at her, I suddenly realized we'd been in closed-door cultivation for 3 whole days. Today is already the 5th day since entering the training camp. The moment Nanggong Xiao walked in, she immediately hugged Binksy's arm tightly again. The excitement in her eyes was impossible to hide. Binksy sis, I haven't been able to hug you in 3 days. I missed you so much. Chun Binksy suddenly. Her expression changed. She abruptly stood up and rushed to the bathroom in a hurry, shouting oh no as she ran. She had 4 days' worth stored up in her belly and had to get to the bathroom quick. My face instantly turned dark. Some things are better kept to yourself. No need to describe it in such detail. Just as Binksy ran into the bathroom, only Nanggong Xiao and I were left in the living room. The atmosphere instantly became a little awkward. Nanggong Xiao was still staring towards the bathroom. She hadn't come back to her senses yet. I suddenly walked in front of her. That was one of the most beautiful faces in the apocalypse. Appeared right in her line of sight. Nanggong Xiao's cheeks instantly flushed red. She instinctively took a step back. With a bit of irritation and shyness, she glared at me. She asked, "Why'd you suddenly get so close?" I raised an eyebrow in return. I could ask you the same thing. Coming to my apartment so early. Was there any reason besides looking for Binksy? Nanggong Xiao was stunned for a second by my question. She originally meant to say she just wanted to see Binksy, but right at the last second she realized, and quickly changed her words. Even her tone became rushed. I'm here to inform you guys. The City Defense Corps' Lord wants to see you. He told you to go meet him at the command center, right after you finish cultivating. Afraid I wouldn't believe her. She hastily added, "It's for real. The Lord himself said so, and told me to make sure you got the message." City Defense Corps' Lord. I furrowed my brow slightly. Instantly on alert. That's one of the powerhouses of Mangyuan Base City. A big shot on par with the City Lord.
He's the one controlling all of Base City Hu Chengjun.
Commanding a massive army, with overwhelming power, for someone of that rank. To suddenly summon Binksy and me, 2 mere trainees. It definitely wasn't something minor. Still, I didn't dwell on it for now. Setting my gaze on Nanggong Xiao, looking into her eyes. And, in a serious tone, said Nanggong Xiao, "Do you want to restore your SS level talent template?" The moment those words left my mouth, Nanggong Xiao's face darkened instantly. her eyes filled with disappointment and frustration. She lowered her head and muttered to herself, "Of course, I dream of it day and night. But it's useless. I've sought out all the top experts in Base City, tried everything I could, but got nowhere. My template's been broken for so long. There's no way to fix it." By the end, she forced a self-mocking smile. Maybe the heavens just have it out for me. I want to make things hard on purpose. When I first awakened, it was an SS level 5-clawed golden dragon template, the definition of top-grade talent. But overnight, it turned into a crippled C-level wandering dragon template, and everyone laughed at me. Seeing her so down, I spoke firmly, saying each word with conviction. "I have a way to help you complete the broken template. Restore the SS level 5-clawed golden dragon." Nangong Xiao suddenly looked up. His eyes were full of disdain. There was even a hint of mockery. Obviously, he thought I was bragging. After all, even the top experts he begged couldn't solve it. How could a trainee like me in the youth training camp possibly manage it? I didn't bother to explain further. I just focused my mind, and from the system space, I materialized the rule fragment crystal I had just obtained. I handed it to him, and silently triggered a system command in my mind to complete the incomplete talent template. The next second, the rule fragment crystal instantly turned into a cluster of colorless light mist. There was no resistance at all. It completely dissolved into Nangong Xiao's body. His whole body froze on the spot. His eyes were full of disbelief.
He looked down at his own hands,
feeling the changes inside his body. What is this?" Nangong Xiao's voice trembled. He could clearly feel a surge of powerful energy continuously rising deep inside his body. The long silent contract power was wildly soaring. The barriers in his meridians were rapidly breaking through. That long-lost feeling of power had returned. At the same time, an invisible stream of information entered both my mind and Nangong Xiao's simultaneously. SS level 5-clawed golden dragon template, broken in 11 pieces. Rule fragment crystals. 12 rule fragment crystals in total. So his template was only short of 1 rule fragment crystal. Now, with this one in my hand, the degree of incompleteness was instantly brought down to only the final step. Nangong Xiao was shaking all over with excitement. Without another word, he turned and ran back to his apartment next door. Very soon, he came back holding a compact template-level detector. He ran back over. He had specifically gotten this from his father, the city lord. It was for testing his own talent. The template level would be absolutely accurate. With trembling hands, he switched on the detector and placed it against his wrist. The instrument immediately started beeping. In just a few seconds, the test results were displayed. S-Class 4 Claw Dragon King Template. Nangong Xiao was completely stunned. Standing motionless on the spot, his eyes were filled with ecstasy and disbelief. Jumped straight from C-Class to SS-Class. This is a dramatic change. It's a miracle he never even dared to dream of. Right at that moment, there was another knock at the door, along with Instructor Baldy's booming voice. "Xiaoyoi." Chun Mingxi immediately headed to the Supreme Command of the City Guard Pavilion. "Important officials have summoned us. No delays allowed." I responded to the people outside the door. "Copy that, Instructor. We'll head out right away." Only then did Nangong Xiao snap back to reality. He rushed over and grabbed my shoulder, so excited he could barely speak. "Xiaoyoi is really S-Class. What the heck is going on? What exactly did you give me?" Looking at him calmly, I said, "The Pavilion Master is calling us now. Let's head over first. We'll talk details when we get back." After I finished speaking, I focused my thoughts. I immediately retrieved the rule fragment crystal from Nangong Xiao's body. Huge harvest. Retrieval complete. After all, it's not yet time to fully restore him. The crystalline core treasure can't be carelessly revealed. Once the crystal was absorbed, the power in Nangong Xiao's body dropped immediately. Ran another test.
he turned back into a C-Class wandering dragon template.
His face went from ecstatic to devastated in an instant. But deep down, he was even more certain. Xiaoyoi definitely has a way to fully restore his SS-Class template. Just then, Chun Mingxi came out of the restroom. Without another word, I grabbed his hand and headed straight for the Supreme Command of the City Guard Pavilion. Nangong Xiao stayed in the apartment, feeling both excited and troubled. Excited because there was hope to regain his talent. troubled because the favor owed was too great. He had no idea how to repay it. He tossed and turned on the sofa, silently thinking to himself, that treasure is truly priceless. You can't buy it with any crystal core. Even if he sold himself, he couldn't scrape together something equivalent. After thinking long and hard, his cheeks turned red, and a bold idea came to mind. If things got desperate, he'd just offer himself up. As soon as we left the dorm building, a special security detail was already waiting. They whisked us to the Supreme Command in a dedicated vehicle. All along the way, every few steps there were armed soldiers standing guard. The atmosphere was solemn, clearly showing the authority of the city guard pavilion. We were brought to an impressive estate, passed through several layers of security, and finally entered a spacious grand office. Right in the center of the office sat a middle-aged man with a square face. He was tall and burly, with a powerful presence. His authority radiated without him saying a word.
He was none other than the pavilion master of the city guard.
At that moment, he was on a call, sounding slightly surprised. On the other end was the bald-headed instructor. We heard the instructor laugh and say, "Pavilion master, you have a sharp eye. You instantly spotted Xiaoyue and Chun Bingxi as prodigies. You insisted on arranging hell-level training for them. Ordinary training doesn't work for them at all." The pavilion master looked puzzled. Hell-level training. When did I ever arrange that? The instructor chuckled. Pavilion master, please don't be so modest. Every time before training, you explicitly told me to crank up the difficulty for these two. I did exactly as you said. And sure enough, the results were amazing. Only hell-level training could hone their strength like this. When the pavilion master heard this, his face changed instantly. He quickly pulled out a drawer and searched through it, his expression turning worse and worse, cursing silently in his heart. No need to guess. It had to be his good-for-nothing son Yi Luren, who secretly took his communication token and used his name to mess with me and Bingxi, intentionally ramping up the difficulty and making things hard for us. At that moment, the guard outside announced our arrival, and the pavilion master immediately hung up the phone. Any emotion on his face disappeared instantly, restoring his dignified look. He gazed at me and Bingxi, full of expectation. He let out a hearty laugh. I've heard for a long time that Mangarden Base has produced two unparalleled talents. Now that I've seen you, turns out the rumors are true. You are the dragons of our base city. Bingxin and I lowered our heads slightly and humbly replied, Pavilion Master, you overpraise us. The Pavilion Master put away his smile, pointed to the large base map on the wall behind him, and his tone turned serious. He spoke slowly. Our Mangarden Base City is right next to the Monster Beast Mountains. Recently, the Demon Serpent Zero generation of serpent-type monsters has been flooding the area. There are even Jiaolong dragons causing trouble in secret. Our city guard has been fighting the Demon Serpent clan for centuries to protect the city, sacrificing countless ancestors' lives for the peace we have today. Only in exchange for the current peace, Bingxi, being straightforward, instinctively said, Uncle, you all have worked so hard. Everyone in the base city is grateful to you. I was startled and quickly covered Bingxi's mouth, whispering in her ear, Don't say anything reckless. There are 3 hidden meanings behind the Pavilion Master's words. Bingxi blinked, looking puzzled. I quickly explained. First, the city guard is the shield of our base, and they've made huge sacrifices and deserve all the credit. Second, our peaceful lives depend entirely on the city guard's protection, so we should be grateful. Third, he praised us as prodigies first, because he wants us to make a statement. Either join the city guard, or promise to protect the base in the future. Bingxi immediately understood, and felt a jolt of fear. Luckily, I was there. Otherwise, she definitely would have said something wrong and offended this top boss. I let go of Bingxi, looked up at the Pavilion Master, and spoke resolutely, neither humble nor arrogant. Pavilion Master, rest assured, Mangarden Base will one day completely sweep away the Demon Shelly and eliminate every monster threat. The Pavilion Master's eyes brightened, and he slapped his thigh, exclaiming in delight, clearly very satisfied with my answer. Then, changing his tone, he looked troubled. That may be so, but monsters are breeding way too fast these days, and keep getting stronger. The pressure on us gets heavier every day. I understood instantly. The pavilion master is setting a trap, wanting me to proactively offer to join the city guard pavilion, to serve under him. Of course, I saw right through this political tactic, and smiled as I replied, "Pavilion master, don't worry. Our generation of trainees is full of geniuses, and we will all grow rapidly. When the time comes, we'll fully cooperate with the city guard to guard the base city together." I deliberately emphasized cooperate instead of join, making it clear I want to stay independent and develop freely. When the pavilion master heard this, a trace of disappointment flashed in his eyes. But he didn't push it. After all, extraordinary talents all have their own pride and path, and forcing them would backfire. Seeing this, I made to say my goodbyes and leave. But the pavilion master suddenly called out to us, his voice much more gentle now, with a touch of goodwill. "Go back and train well. One more thing. My son Yilu Ren stole my communication token. He pretended to be me to set you up. After you get back, help me retrieve the token. And by the way, give him a good lesson. Teach him a lesson he'll remember, so he doesn't abuse his status anymore." Binksy and I paused for a second, immediately responded with received. We both understood. The pavilion master is offering us goodwill, taking the initiative to expose his son's schemes, letting us handle it as we see fit. This smoothed things over from before, and did us a favor. This pavilion master is truly shrewd. He handles everything flawlessly. On the way out of the command center, I finally realized those seemingly impossible training challenges before were all deliberate obstacles from Yilu Ren. It's just that Bingson and I were too strong, so we didn't even care about those difficulties. We actually got more rewards because of the challenges. In the end, Yilu Ren shot himself in the foot.
He ended up harming himself.
Back at the dorm, Nanggong Xia was still on the couch looking worried. When she saw us return, she stood up right away, looking nervous, not knowing how to repay my kindness. Binksy leaned over, still holding on to Nanggong Xia's arm. With a playful smile, she spoke up directly, "Xiao, do you want to fully restore your SS Class 5 Clawed Golden Dragon template? Xiaoyoi has a way, and I agree to let you form a contract with Xiaoyoi." Nanggong Xia was utterly stunned. Her eyes went wide, staring at Binksy in disbelief. She stammered, "Binksy, are you serious? Are you really serious? A beastmaster can only form a contract with one opposite gender summoned beast. You really agree to let me contract with Xiaoyoi? In this world, between a beastmaster and a summoned beast, it's a one-to-one life pact. Once the contract is made, it can't be changed. As Xiaoyou's original contractor, Binksy is actually willing to let Xiaoyoi make another contract. This is simply defying the rules." Binksy nodded firmly, thinking about the delicious food at the high-end hunting restaurant. She licked her red lips. She smiled and said, "Of course I agree. You're an SSS-Rank dragon template. The three of us together will be unbeatable anywhere from now on, and we'll have an endless supply of high-level magic beast meat." I looked at the two of them, without any hesitation. I reached into my system space and took out 2 rule fragment crystals. With a flick of my wrist, the 2 crystals simultaneously turned into misty light and fused into Nanggong Xia's body. This time, the energy was finally enough. Nanggong Xia's body stiffened all of a sudden, and a force powerful enough to destroy the world erupted from within her. The power of the contract shot straight into the sky, completing the once broken template. She couldn't help but let out a small moan. Her cheeks instantly flushed bright red. She shyly covered her mouth. That feeling of regaining something lost, breaking past all limits, was simply too wonderful. I picked up the detector from the ground and handed it to Nanggong Xiao, her hands trembling as she scanned herself. A dazzling line of text instantly popped up on the screen. SS-Rank 5 Clawed Golden Dragon template. Complete and flawless. The next second, golden light exploded around Nanggong Xiao, transforming her into an adorable yet domineering dragon lady. 2 sharp golden dragon ears grew from the top of her head. Her eyes, once black and shiny, turned into a supreme golden yellow. She was surrounded by an aura of dragon might, noble and commanding. Binksy was beside herself with excitement, feeling her up curiously from left to right. She couldn't stop exclaiming, "Wow! It's a dragon-eared girl. She's so cute." I got closer to Nangang Xiao, pointed at my own face and teased with a smile. I completely restored your SS rank template. Aren't you going to show your appreciation? Nangang Xiao blushed deeply. She didn't hesitate at all. She stood on tiptoes and gave me a quick kiss on the cheek, then threw herself straight into my arms, burying her head in embarrassment. I'm too poor and have nothing of equal value to offer. Baby, I'll give myself to you as payment. Can I stay by your side forever? The corners of my mouth curled up with a thought. A contract glowing with the light of the law appeared out of thin air. It's a symbiotic pact that breaks the world's rules. It can achieve a heaven-defying bond between one master and multiple beasts. It is protected by the laws recognized by heaven and earth. If you sign this from now on, you and I will be one. No one will dare to bully us. I said in a deep voice. Nangang Xiao didn't hesitate at all. Even though she wondered in her heart how a double contract was possible, she still firmly left her soul imprint on the contract page. The moment the imprint was done, heaven and earth changed color. A deafening dragon roar echoed through the sky from the void. Golden light burst everywhere. Nangang Xiao and I were instantly enveloped in gold light, disappearing from where we stood. An aura of supreme dragon might covered the entire apartment, even spreading throughout the whole training camp. The next second, a dragon pure gold from head to toe, a majestic eastern divine dragon, soared into the air in the living room. Rabbit eyes, deer antlers, ox mouth, camel head, tiger claws, eagle talons, fish scales, snake body. The perfect eastern dragon form. Her scales shone dazzlingly in the golden light, emanating pure majesty from the bush. This is Nangang Xiao's true form. The SS rank 5-clawed golden dragon.